Hello everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at the all-new 2013 Kia Carens. And today's review is taking place at Headlamps Auto, Opel and Kia, situated in Donegal Town, County Donegal. For all contact information in regards to dealership, please see the description box below. So in today's review, we'll be looking at the interior of the car. I'll explain how all the features work. We'll also start up, look at the engine, go over the performance data, and take a look around the exterior. So, let's get started. Chrome door handles as standard on the mid-range EX. There are 3 trim levels to choose from: an entry-level TX, the mid-range EX, which we have here, and then there's the high-spec Platinum. Black leather door panels, as well as 4 one-touch automatic windows, as well as power folding exterior mirrors and a lower storage. Manual adjusting seats, integrated side airbags. Also, I should mention a few footer cap is located on the floor. So to power on the Carens, just apply the clutch and turn. Fires right up. It has a leather wrap, 3-spoke multifunction steering wheel, a rack and pinion electric power assist. It has very nice and responsive feedback. And also down here, you've got your manual, rake and reach steering rack. Completely adjustable until you get your desired driving position. Off to the left you get all your general radio controls. Down below you got your hands-free phone controls as well as voice command. And off to the right you got your cruise control, and then down below here you got your trip computer controls indicated by these 2 buttons. Now this button here is Kia's new Flexi mode system. We were first introduced to this in the new cee'd. Basically adjusts the weight of the steering in 3 different stages. So at the moment we have the normal mode. Don't know how clearly you can see that on the screen. Normal mode would be basically like any normal car that doesn't have this system, just your average kind of responsive steering. The next one up from that is sport mode, the heaviest setting. Now sport mode will be if you're driving on, let's say, a motorway or a dual carriageway, basically any kind of like long distance straight roads. So you could be just driving along with your hand resting on the wheel and it won't jerk to the side because the steering is on its heaviest setting. So that's very handy and it's a good safety feature, I suppose. And then the next one up from that is comfort. Now comfort will be if you're driving around an urban environment, let's say a city, or if you're trying to get into any really tight parking. As you can see, the steering is extremely light. So it's a very good system Kia have installed in their car. We'll just put it back into normal mode now. It also comes with automatic headlamps, as well as automatic rain sensing windshield wipers. And down below here you got your traction control. Has a manual dimming interior mirror, as well as a 3rd mirror for just keeping an eye on the rear passengers. Got your motion sensor, as well as your standard interior illumination, as well as the microphone. Family mirrors are also illuminated. Comes with a 6-speed manual transmission, has close gear ratios, making for very smooth shifting. If we pull up on this lever, over and up for reverse. The parking sensors chime and the rear backup camera comes on, as well as guidance lines. Soft touch e-brake, as well as 2 integrated cup holders and a leather armrest, which also acts as a very nice deep storage area. And then down here by the gear shifter, you got your park assist control. Also in here, you got your iPod connection. Sorry about the sun glare. As well as 2 12-volt power outlets mounted off to each side, as well as a handy storage area. The mid-range EX also comes with the clean air dual zone climate control. Has a very nice handy digital readout. And you get all your basic controls down here, such as fan speeds, front and rear defrost, aircon, recycling, multi-zone selection, and so on. It also comes with a newly revised touchscreen CD radio. Has very good sound quality.
And ended with a child feeling that their courage counted for nothing.
Now off to the side here, you got all your basic controls that you normally expect to find. If we click radio, you can go between FMA, AM, AMA, FM1 and FM2. Off the side there you got media, that there's basically your iPod connection or your Bluetooth if you have your phone or iPod synchronized up to it. And then phone, when you have your phone connected, you simply make phone calls from there on. You can operate everything just by using that button. If we click clock, got your day and date. Your TA scan. In setup, you can either use the touchscreen or you can use this wheel here. And you can navigate between your display settings, sound settings, clock, phone and system settings. Very simple system, easy to use. It's also MP3 and Bluetooth compatible. And a little moon here, just turns off the lighting for a radio. Has a very nice interior, quite spacious and open. It's also got front quarter windows for increased visibility when driving around the urban environment. Has very comfy seats with decent amounts of side upholstery. So let's go ahead and take a look at the back seats. It has 3 individual seats, and underneath each one is this black bar. And you can basically adjust them. The legroom is very good, as is the headroom. Rear interior lighting. Also on the back of each front seat, got these handy tables. It can accommodate up to 3.5 kilograms of weight. Also has a cup holder. So it's a storage net. Carens also has a completely flat floor, which means if you do get the center seat, you should be fine because the legroom is quite good, and there is a good amount of comfort in these seats as well. As you can see, there is a little amount of side upholstering after each individual seat. It's also got rear ventilation, as well as a 12-volt power outlet down here. And also another thing I noticed the other day is on the left and right side of the floor, you got these handy storage areas. And also if I fold down the middle seat, just by pulling on this handle, it has 2 integrated cup holders. Now when you push the seat up at first, it goes into a default setting. To get it back to whatever setting you had it on, just pull the handle here and completely adjust it. It's also got seat belts mounted up on the roof. So actually the back seat of this car is quite nice. All the individual seats, all completely adjustable, sorry. So some kind of cool secret underfloor storage areas. So we'll just turn on the vehicle's power. As well as the headlights, front and rear fog lights, as well as the hazards. All 4 windows are fully automatic. And we'll take a look around the exterior. The exterior colour is called titanium silver metallic. Chrome accented tiger nose front grille, as well as halogen projector headlamps with LED running daylights. Your lower fog lamps. The new Carens is the 4th generation. It's quite a nice looking car, and unlike most 7-seaters, it's actually not massive. On the scale of things, it's quite a small MPV. But in saying that, it is very spacious on the interior. It also comes with these 16-inch 5-spoke alloy wheels with front ventilated steel disc brakes measuring 300mm, and it also has a solid disc in the rear measuring 284mm. It also has a McPherson strut suspension up front, and in the rear it has a coupled torsion beam axle. It has tinted rear windows with chrome accenting, LED indicators integrated into the side wing mirrors, as well as roof rails. Also has a fairly decent sized glove box, which can also be cooled by the air conditioning. Don't know how well you can see it, but there's just a low wheel here, and you can just adjust that. Also, to add to the overall styling, it has a rear mounted spoiler with a third brake light. Close up with the rear parking sensors. And also underneath the decorative chrome strip, we find the rear backup camera. Boot space in the Carens is very good. 17.3 cubic feet of room, with the rear 2 seats folded down. It also has a few storage cubbies. This car also does come with a removable rear parcel shelf, which would usually clip in here or just down there. It actually has been removed from the vehicle at the moment. I believe it's in the dealership somewhere. Also has a 12-volt power outlet. Just pull these straps here to pull the seat up. And then to lower them again, just simply pull the straps. You usually have to use 2 hands for this, so, and push them forward. The overall length is 178.1 inches. It has a width of 71 inches. The height is 68.3 inches, and it has a total wheelbase of 108.3 inches. So let's power on the Carens and see how it sounds. It's a very smooth and free revving engine. It's about 4,000 RPM. Bonnet release. The engine is a 1.7 litre CRDI 16 valve turbo diesel. It produces 115 brake horsepower with a top speed of 113 miles per hour. It does 0 to 60 in 12.6 seconds and can average 60 miles to the gallon. It also produces 192 foot-pounds of torque. So we'll just finish up the review now. There are two different engines available for this car. There's the 1.7 litre 115 horsepower turbo diesel that we have in this, but you can also choose to have the 1.7 diesel producing 134 horsepower. Now only with that particular setup can you choose to have the car with a 6-speed manual or 6-speed automatic transmission. You can also choose to have it with a 1.6 litre GDI petrol, which produces 133 horsepower. The new Carens is a lovely car. This mid-range EX comes with a lot of equipment in it. Realistically, I don't think many people are going to buy the Platinum because it's probably just too expensive, and also the Platinum model comes as standard with the electronic parking brake. I think most people these days would prefer a manual, just traditional handbrake lever. But it comes with automatic headlights, automatic rain sensing windshield wipers, Kia's new Flexi mode system. This is an excellent feature. Cruise control, Bluetooth, the newly revised touchscreen CD radio, as well as dual zone climate control. It really has all the kit you would need in a modern day car of this type. Also, for a car like this, it's actually a very small 7-seater, but in saying that, it's not cramped. It's very spacious in the back, and the boot space is quite good. So really the Carens is ticking all the right boxes. And also it has to be said, the previous generations of this car would be described as being somewhat bland. The styling wasn't very appealing, sorry. I think those previous cars were back when Kia really wasn't kind of known for its quality. But these days, with their new design, the new Carens is an excellent looking car. So hopefully it should sell well. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed this full day tour of the 2013 Kia Carens. Please remember to rate, comment and subscribe, and please stay tuned. There will be plenty more videos to come. Thanks for watching everyone.